Hello and welcome to this new video from me. Today we will play against a phenomenal player once again, Flavio Del Pidio, also known as Pardo. And I don't know where to start. He has so many insane results. He won 2 regionals. He got a top 8 finish in EUIC 2018. He has recently got a top 8 result in the Stuttgart regionals and a ton of top 16 results as well. But his best result is the EUIC win in 2019. So I'm playing against an EUIC champion, which is very fitting because this weekend, if you're seeing the video right now once it releases, we currently have EUIC 2025. So who will take the crown? Maybe it's Pardo again, I don't know. And I wanted to test the team that won the last regional. Merida was the last regional we've had, and this team was able to win it all. A little lucky in the finals, but still. Merida and Dondoso. I know the last time I played Dondoso, it was against Justin Tang, and I got obliterated. Can I beat an EUIC champion with Dondoso? Let's find out. So first of all, we've got a Soul Dressed Miraidon, and I EV'd this Miraidon to survive, I think, Ice Spinner from Qian Pao, and just cool double ups like Glacial Lance, Wicked Blow from Calyrex Ice plus Urshifu Single Strike, and stuff like that if he decides to run the hard trick from William Brown. I don't know. I'm 1 point faster than the Cherry Belly Miraidon. I got the jump point and special attack, and also, if you want to hear more explanations about the spreads, tomorrow there will be a Miraidon video, actually, I plan to upload, so it's very fitting that I'm using a Miraidon team as well, and I will explain all the spreads over there again. Next up, we've got Dondoso, max speed to make sure we outspeed all the stuff that is in the range of 150 to 175, or 74 rather, like Chi-Yu, Landorus, Timid Kyogre, Jolly Groudon, Urshifu Rapid Strike, yeah, all that stuff. Some Koraidon, yeah. Pretty much that. Some Zamazenta as well. Wave Crash, Earthquake, Order, Protect. Nothing too special. We got the first bump in attack, but one more extra step because we can drop to +1 with Intimidate or +3, and that's why you want to run an even number in attack. Yeah, you invest a lot in special defense on Dondoso because that's the worst stat, and since all stats get doubled, it makes most sense to invest in special defense. Next up, we've got Tatsugiri. So why in general is Miraidon Dondoso so good? Miraidon sets up the electric terrain for Dondoso, so Amoonguss isn't as annoying anymore. Still not great for Dondoso, but at least you cannot get slapped by Spore anymore. And the offensive coverage that Miraidon Dondoso has is just really nice because the ground types that are annoying for Miraidon, you've got Dondoso to handle those. So that's why the score is good overall. When we've got Terra Normal Choice Scarf Tatsugiri, I wanted to make sure that I outspeed the base 135 Pokemon. I think it doesn't make sense to run max speed Tatsugiri unless you run into the mirror. And with Terra Normal, we are pretty good into Calyrex Shadow. We survive an Astral Barrage anyways from Life Orb Kalido, but with that spread we also survive a Psyshock, not from max special attack Life Orb, but from Spell Tag, Cover Cloak, Citrus Berry, whatsoever, as well as Psychic from Kalido. You also survive Icicle Crash from Qianpao, which can be pretty nice. You can see I'm playing Soak. Some players run Sleep Talk, but I thought with Miraidon, Sleep Talk is not super needed, and Soak is pretty funny in an endgame where you have Tatsugiri, Miraidon. You can just spam Soak Electro Drift technically, and maybe win a game that way, and I wanted to test it out. Next up, we've got Chi-Yu, another partner that can boost up the damage from Tatsugiri and Miraidon. I'm running a Modest Nature because the damage is pretty important with Focus Sash. The opponent has to play a lot of mind games. If I lead with Dozo and Chi-Yu, I can just threaten a lot of stuff. Protect Heatwave, Wave Crash Switch, EQ Switch, like Chi-Yu or Dondoso is so oppressive because once again Water Fire is a nice coverage because fire types struggle against opposing fire types. Dondozo hits those. Dondozo struggles against grass types. Geo hits those. You see the drill, right? You just take advantage of the nice typings all these Pokemon have. Another special attacker that appreciates Beats of Wind support is Goldango. I'm running 120 speed to outspeed Modest Pelipper and stuff that creeps onto that, as well as -1 Tornadus and Ogapon. Let's say we have Tatsugiri Goldango endgame against the Cornerstone. I want to be able to go for Icy Wind, Make It Rain before they can move. Or we lead with Tatsugiri Goldango. I don't know, they lead Cornerstone. I really want to outspeed Cornerstone. Or Sash Tornadus, same thing. Make It Rain, Shadow Ball, Thunderbolt Trick. Thunderbolt for all the bulky waters, also nice to use Thunderbolt in electric terrain. Hits all the flying types as well. Is a strong move in general. Terra Steel, it's just pretty standard Goldango, nothing much to say. Make It Rain, Shadow Ball, Thunderbolt Trick. Trick is good to not get hit by Sucker Punch and maybe cripple your opponent a little bit. And then last but not least, we've got Dragonite. You can also run a max HP Dragonite. I wanted to run a bit of speed because I can see myself going for Icy Wind Outrage turns. And the cool part is that Dragonite outspeeds -2 Shadow Rider that way, -2 Choice Scarf Urshifu, and that's why I decided to run this kind of Dragonite spread. Outspeeding Rillaboom can also be nice if you lead with Miraidon Dragonite. Some players run Multiscale, some run Inner Focus. It's something you have to choose for yourself. I decided to go with Inner Focus because Pardo is known to run Incineroar. He likes balance a lot, so I didn't want to run into a bad matchup because I'm running Multiscale. But Multiscale is better most of the time. But Inner Focus also helps against Rillaboom. Iron Hands, just not get Fake Out Flinched can be really nice. And I'm a big fan of Inner Focus. Shoutouts to Entei. And let's see if I can win with this team. I'm pretty confident. The last time it didn't go so well with Dondozo, but this time I learned, right? I learned a lot of stuff, and now maybe I can get my win with a big fish. I'm sorry to all those who hate Dondozo that I'm doing this, but I have to sharpen my skills for EUIC as well, because I might see this team at EUIC, and knowing what the weaknesses are is pretty important. Anyways, let's head to the game. The cool part about this match also is that I'm playing against a top-tier European player I've never battled against before. I battled against Marco Fierro, Victor Medina, Matty Morgan, but I've never played against Pardo. So it's a first. Not even like in online tournaments. So yeah, let's do it. He is using a very interesting team. Coaching Abe with Terra Stellar, Citrus Berry, Warring Moon, Wellspring, Terra Poison, Imprison, Kelly Ice, Landorus Eye, Clefairy. Like, what? Where do I start? My Dondozo is not great into Ogapon, but like Terra Grass Dondozo doesn't look terrible by any means. Like, there's Calyrex Eyes, I know that. What do I do against Warring Moon X lead? Like Warring Moon, Kelly Eyes. Do I bring the Dozo mode? I don't have to, but it certainly isn't bad either. I could lead, like, I don't want to lead Goldango in case he leads Landorus. I guess we just start off with Miraidon, Dozo, Tuts, and Chiyu. Because Sash Chiyu can really save the day against the Kelly Ice. Okay, I've never battled against such a team, and I've never played with Miraidon Dondozo, so I don't know how this one will go. Let's see, what's his lead? Yeah, Lando, Warring Moon. Do I need Terra Grass on my Dozo? I don't think so. So I could go for Terra Fairy Dazzling Gleam Protect? Or is that too passive? I could also Draco Valando. I'm just a little scared that he switches to Clef, but then what? Like, I don't think he switches to Clef. But getting guaranteed damage is also nice. Because I either force a Terror on the Roaring Moon or a Protect. He doesn't Terror the Roaring Moon. He could go for Protect, to be fair. But that would be alright. He protects the Roaring Moon, so he probably also protects the Lando. While I protect my Dondozo. I really want to vote switch the Lando slot. Should I just ball? Like, I really want to go for a play that isn't great. Like, vote switching here and order upping here. You know, sometimes you just have to ball. I've sometimes played too passive, and I know that this can go wrong pretty badly, but let's do it. He terrors. Lando. This might be the worst turn I've ever had. I thought switch wave crash is just too obvious. Well, I look so stupid now. So Lando just dies to Draco. Well played, I guess. Quit! Yippee yay. Such a terrible turn. Is my Roaring Moon in acrobatics range? Is my Miraidon in acrobatics range with Terra Flying? Probably. What a terrible turn. Actually, it is not. So I can still just go for Volt Switch, Wave Crash. Tailwind, sure. I should survive this. Nice! I get a double knockout here. But I also lose my Dondozo. Like, I think, have you ever seen a Dozo player like this? Oh man, the problem is he has Tailwind now. And my Tatsu and Miraidon both don't have Protect, but I still have my Sash Chiyu. I can clean with Chiyu Tuts. Yeah, I go just Tuts here. I will die to the recoil, and then I have Chiyu Tuts on the field. Super weird, I know. That's not how you're supposed to play Dondozo. But yeah. He probably has Calyrex Ice. Is it Ogapon last? He cannot Terra anymore. So I can just Draco Heatwave. Well, the problem is if he outspeeds my Chiyu. Then I probably lose the game. Unless I call it right what he's going to do. I could also Icy Wind Protect. If Ogapon is the last, it's scary. I think with the rest I can deal with. It's Annihilate Calyrex. How fast is the Annihilate? Do I want to Muddy Water or do I want to Draco? Tatsugiri against Annihilate. He can still set up Trick Room, something I have to keep in mind. I would say my Miraidon outspeeds the Calyrex. And that's why Beats of Ruin, Muddy Water, into Ice Rider, into Electro Drift. Do I do 75 with Beats of Wind? I do, but terrain is ending soon. That is terrible. So I have to click Draco on Calyrex and Protect. If I connected this one, I would have won the game. Maybe I should have attempted a double protect. I get the information on how fast the Calyrex is. The funny part is if I connected this one, wait, let me calc. Tatsugiri against Kelly Ice. Beats of Wind, Draco Meteor. Does... Nah, then he can just go for... Well, he cannot just go for Final Gambit. How does Final Gambit work? I'm currently not 100% sure how Final Gambit works, because if he gets the KO with Final Gambit, who dies first? Well, maybe we will see it right now. But the double Draco miss, okay, Final Gambit, I gotta... I usually know the mechanic. Yeah, the Annihilate dies first. Right, that's why the Draco miss mattered. Because... Actually, no, he had one more turn of Tailwind, so the Draco... Like, the second miss didn't matter, but if I... Wait. Yeah, I had to attempt a double tact. I'm currently lost in thought. What I also could have done is click Muddy Water to chip both, protect Chiyu, then switch Chiyu to Miraidon, toss Miraidon, and then play a 50. Because he could go for either Close Combat Trick Room or Close Combat Glacial Lance. And if he goes for Close Combat Trick Room and I just click Heat Wave on that turn, I win. And if he goes for Close Combat... Yeah, I didn't want to play the 50, but Draco Miss into Draco Miss? That, like, I kind of fumbled the early game, but I don't know how I should have approached it better. Dragonite. Do I bring Dragonite? I wish I was multi-scale now. It's always the same. You always choose the wrong thing. Against Landorus. I don't know how bulky the Landorus is. But against his lead, I could just click Outrage, technically. Outrage, Terra Draco. Why not? Oh, that is a little frustrating, because if I connect both Dracos, like I would have hit, huh? Yeah, it's rough either way. I mean, he played it well. He played it very well. I just want to know if something would have changed if I connect Draco, but I don't think so. Well, if I connect the first Draco, then I can always switch Chiyu. Because when he gets a CC drop, and then I can click Heatwave because -2, then CC KOs. Okay, same lead. Do I just outrage? Why not? Should be fine. Yeah, looks good to me. Outrage, Terra Draco. Ha 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 ha. Good slot bomb. Okay, this time we connect Draco. Whitey. Boom. I know Calyrex can come in now, but I would say my Miraidon outspeeds the Calyrex. Surely he doesn't have 92 speed on the Calyrex. Well, it would have been nice to connect the Draco, because then I would have known. Because I do not know the bulk of the Calyrex. If I outspeed the Calyrex, he will just click Glacial Lance. And I will just Volt Switch to the Annihilate to reduce Final Gambit damage on my Dondozo. And also get it in Wave Crash range, right? Dondozo against Annihilate. Yeah. And if his... Okay, if... Should I hard switch my Miraidon? No, I need the damage on the Annihilate, otherwise I lose. I just hope that his Calyrex is not max speed. You cannot afford to run max speed Cali Ice in the current meta. Like, my plan is to get the slow Volt Switch. Okay, we see CC. You are not max speed. He is max speed. And with that, I lose the game. Yeah. He is max speed Kelly Ice. That caught me off guard. That really caught me off guard. I mean, with a double tagged, I win. Yeah, with a double tagged, I win. Because he can always click... the problem is, he has 2 turns of Tyrant left. He can always click Final Gambit, Glacial Lance, and then it's game. Actually, I always... Okay, so I get the tagged now. And then I have to make a decision. Do I want to predict Trick Room? Do I want to predict Trick Room? It's his best play, right? If I get the double protect and he attacks with both, I have a guaranteed win. Because then I Wave Crash will annihilate, KO it, and Calyrex cannot break the Dozo anymore. But what if he goes for Trick Room now? Then Dozo against Ice Rider. I call Trick Room. Trick Room, Trick Room, Trick Room, Trick Room, Trick Room, Trick Room, Trick Room. Like, my idea was to call the Trick Room, as you saw. Because if I get a double tagged here, then he cannot win anymore. His Annihilate doesn't have Protect, I just Wave Crash with Annihilate, I outspeed it. Even if he somehow survives that, it's also interesting that he has Terra Stellar on the Annihilate, if he only has Close Combat as a fighting, as a attack move. I cannot get a Muddy Water drop because he's clear Amulet. So I just want to see how much the Draco would have dealt in game 1. Actually, with Beats of Ruin, that would have been a ton. But yeah, basically, if he clicks Trick Room and I get a double protect, I lose because then he can just click Glacial Lance, Final Gambit into Glacial Lance. So I think I made the correct choice. It's tough to say because like I had a guaranteed win if I get a double tagged, but if he goes for Trick Room, he still is favored, I think. Like, I take the Final Gambit, I get an order up on Kelly Ice, then I can go for Protect, get Leftovers Recovery, and then maybe I'm out of range. I can calc with 38 HP. Yeah, this is out of range for high horsepower. And +2 order up into +3 Wave Crash could KO. Or what I can do is order up, protect, EQ, protect, then Dondozo dies. I don't know, wait. 5 turns, he goes for Trick Room 4 turns. Protect, 3 turns. EQ, 2 turns. Protect, 1 turn. I lose Dondozo, boom, click Draco with Tatsugiri and win. So it was a mind game. He played it well. I'm not a good Dondozo player, but yeah, GG to Pardo. Very well done, and hopefully we don't see Dondozo anymore. Yeah, frustrating end because he didn't have Trick Room. He was in prison on the Calyrex. So I should have always tried the double. So I tossed that. I had a 33% chance to win the game, and he should have clicked Imprison on the last turn so that I don't have the opportunity to go for the double. Because then I also do not get out of range for high horsepower because Final Gambit, even after leftovers, you saw how much it did. I always died to the high horsepower afterwards. So he fumbled, I fumbled, sad endgame. I will never touch Dondozo again in my life. At least not Tatsu Dozo, maybe Solo Dozo, we will see. Let me know who I should battle against next, and GG to Pardo for winning EUIC and winning against me as well. I will try my best to make up for it next week.